Hi everyone, this is the sixth tutorial that we're doing and it's about making lives in terms of games. So at the moment, all the games that we've done, you've only got one life and as soon as you touch something, you die. Whereas this time we're going to add a couple of lives. I think it's a really good way to keep people involved in your game and keep them coming back. Now, I've made this game already, so let me play it so you can see what happens and you get a bit of an understanding of what we're trying to make. Um, Basically, this game is you get given 3 lives at the start, and there are bombs bouncing around, and if you hit a bomb, you lose a life. So there's our first room here. The bomb's just moving pretty slowly. We move to the next room and we put 2 more bombs in. And it's just going to be so on and so forth. So now we've got 6, 8, and then 10 bombs here. Now, as you can see, there is a life there in the middle of the room that we can collect. And when we hit a bomb, we lose a life. Hit another bomb, lose another life. But then I can pick this one up and we get back to the start. And now we've got a lot more bombs. We're up to 12 now. So let me exit out of that. I think you get a bit of an understanding. And let's make this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Game Maker and we're going to start from scratch. Now we do need some sprites. So Red Pac-Man to create a sprite. Let's get a wall. So I'm just going to use this wall block here and I'll call it SPR underscore wall. Let's get another sprite for our goal. Now there was just a red book or a green book, so I'm just going to use that. SPR underscore goal. We need a sprite for the player. So let me find the old man here, why not? Call him SPR underscore player. And lastly, we need our bad guy. So I just use the bomb and SPR underscore bomb. So there we go, our 4 sprites, our wall, our goal, our player, and our bomb. We need to turn those 4 sprites into 4 different objects. So, blue ball will make the wall, obj underscore wall. Now the wall is the only thing that needs to be solid. Let's keep on going through. Now, I'm a bit particular, I do like to keep on going in order, so obj underscore goal. Next one is the player, and it's obj underscore player. Next one is our bomb. It's obj underscore bomb. Now let's make a room. So create a room. Let's expand it up so we can see everything. And we're going to go 32 by 32. Let's choose the wall and let's put a wall around the entire outside of this room just to keep everything in. And I'm just going to put a player. Let's start him in the corner. I'll put the goal over this corner and I'll start with a couple of bombs in the middle. Alright, green tick saves it and just go yes. Alright, let's start getting a few things moving. Let's go to the bomb and let's get the bomb moving. So add event, create. Now all the red arrows is how we move, and I'm just going to do it a bit more random and have every single arrow pressed except for the stop one in the middle. And I'll set the speed to be 4. Next thing, add event collision with the wall. When it collides with the wall, we want it to bounce, so we'll drag it bounce in. And that's it. Most of what we will do will be done in the player. So let's go to the object player. Now, a few people have commented saying we need to use WASD. I've used the arrows, so here you go, guys. This is so that we can use WASD. So let's go keyboard, keypad, letters. Here we are. Let's go W. So W is we go up, and let's set the speed being 6 for all of these. Add event, keyboard. Let's go A, which will be left at a speed of 6. Add event, keyboard, and let's choose, what's our next one? S, and that is down at a speed of 6. Add event, keyboard, let's do letters D, and D is right at a speed of 6. One more thing, add event, keyboard, no key. When we're not pressing a key, we want to stop. So stop in the middle, and we are done. That's him moving. Now to stop him going through the walls, let's go collision, object wall. When it collides with the wall, same thing again, let's bounce. Now, I'm not worried about setting up a collision with the bomb just yet. Let's click play and just make sure that this is all working in our game. So all we're wanting to do is the bomb to move and the player to move. I don't really want to focus on anything else just yet. And here I am using the arrow keys, sorry. Yep, that's moving around. Really hard to control with the left hand. Cool. And the bomb's moving. I should be able to go through the bomb. Excellent. Alright. With that working, what we'll do, sorry, that's my other one. File, and let's save the game. Now, you'll save it in this PC, in your student drive. I'm going to save it here. And we're going to call this one Adding Lives Tutorial. So this one is going to show you how we can add lives to our game. Now, what we need to do is find a sprite to use for the life. So we're going to create a sprite and we're going to load. Now, there is an item which says life there. Now, obviously, you can use whatever one you want. You could use the cross as a life or the little energy thing as a life. But I think the love heart is a pretty cool thing. So I'm going to open that and I'm going to call this SPR_life. Now, we're not going to make an object for that just yet. Now, when we add lives into our game, we have to do it at the very start. Now, we're going to make an object, and this object is going to be called obj_add lives. Now, I am deliberately not going to add a sprite for this, because this is going to be set at the very start of the game. Now, to add lives, we need to do it in an empty room at the very start of the game. So let me go add event, and what we're going to do is we're going to go create, and in the score tab, this is where we usually add the score. Now, we're going to set the lives to be 3. So add lives is going to be at the very start, and that's going to set our lives to being 3. Now, I'm going to go to the main 2 section, and our timing here is sleep. So the 3 Z's showing sleep. I'm going to set it to 1000 milliseconds, and redraw is true. And then we're going to move to our next room. And let's set a transition effect being shift from left. So basically, this little controller here is going to give us the lives at the start of the game. So when this is created, it's going to set the lives to 3, and then it's going to stop for 1000 milliseconds and then go to the next room. Now, let's make a room, and let's call, so that you can see object add lives here. I'm just going to put it in the room. Now it's got a question mark, that's because it doesn't actually know what sprite it is. It doesn't have a sprite, so it's nothing. Now I'm going to rename this room 1. I'm going to call it start. And we need to move start up to the very top, because these rooms go in order. So it's going to start at start and then go into our game. Let's test that and make sure that that works. That we start at a very empty room and that we go to the next room. Cool. Now you can't see the lives up here yet because we need to do something else. Let me show you what that something else is. Let me go to adding lives, and we're also going to make another object. It's another empty one like this, and we're going to call it obj underscore controller. So this is going to control our lives all the way through the other rooms. Now we're going to go add event, draw, and this is where we're going to draw the lives. So we're going to go to the score tab, and the yellow background with all of the hearts, the 3 different hearts, is where we're going to draw the life images. So this is where we set our lives. I'm going to have it at the very start, so X and Y in our room is in the top left hand corner. And we're going to choose the sprite life image. So we're going to choose that image to show how many lives that we have. That's all that we need at this stage, so let's go OK. Now we need to go to room 0. So this is our very start of the game. Now we're going to put this on top of our very top corner here. But if I do that, see how I've got object controller selected? That works. Sorry, I thought it would delete the wall, but that seems to work. Let's press the green tick and see how that goes. So the first room here is what sets our 3 lives, and then it just moves on. Alright, excellent. Can we see how we've got 3 lives up there? 1, 2, and 3. Now, once you do this, once you have this life mechanism set up, the rest is pretty easy. Now exit out of that, and we're going to save. So let's go and save this game. Now let's start programming the actual game. Let's go to the player. And we're going to add event collision with the bomb. So this is where we're starting to program the game. When we collide with the bomb, what we did before was we restarted the game. That's not what we want to do. What we want to do is when we collide with the bomb, we're going to set the lives to being -1 and tick relative. So this means that whenever we touch the bomb, we're going to take away 1 life from what we have at the start. But that's only one part of it. The next part that we need to do is restart the room. So I'm going to go to main 2. I'm going to put these seconds in here again so that we know we've done something wrong. We know we've touched the bomb. We're going to stop and we're going to restart the room. So see in main 1 here in the rooms, this one here with the arrow pointing up is restart the room. Now I'm not going to create an effect for this because we want to know that we've done something wrong. So let's play this game and see how it works. So there's our controller setting the lives. I keep on using the arrow, sorry. Now let me just run into the bomb. Okay. See, we're now down to 2 lives. Let's lose our life again. 1 life. And then next one, 0 life. Alright, we're running into a bit of an issue because we're at 0 lives, but yet we can still play the game. So, this is something that we need to fix. I'll just let us exit out of that. Because we've done everything right so far. If you're up to this stage, you're doing everything right. Let's go back into our controller where we're doing the lives. And we're going to go add event. Now, GameMaker's pretty clever. It understands there are certain things that we might want the game to do. Now, lives are one of those things. When you go to other, and you can see when you've got no more lives, there's an option there. So GameMaker's already programmed in an event saying no more lives, which is really handy for us. Click on that. Now, when we have no more lives, what do we want to do? What I want to do is show the high score table. And let's display a message. So let's go main 2, display a message. Oh no, you lost. Better luck next time. Show the high score table, display a message, and I'm going to go restart the game. So that's going to start us from the very start, restart the game. Because obviously when we play the game and we lose our 3 lives, most of us will want to play again to try and beat our score. Alright, so here's our game starting. 1, 2, 3. Okay. GameMaker's told us that we know that we're out of lives. High score. Oh no, you lost. Better luck next time. Restart the game. Back to 3 lives. Excellent. Save this before you get anywhere else. Save the game because that is pretty much it. I'm going to make one change though. In the controller, I think the message should be first and then the high score table. Now, by all means, you can add a sound for No More Lives saying wow, 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 or something like that. I'll leave that up to you. I'm just showing you the mechanism for adding lives and how to take them away. Let me make this game a little bit more playable. So object player, add event, collision with the goal. What we want to do, I'm going to set a score to make it 10. Make sure we tick relative, because if we don't tick relative, the score doesn't keep on adding up. So set the score relative to 10, and we want to move to the next room. And I'm going to do the transition effect, which is shift from left. And that's it. Let me go and start duplicating some rooms. Because to make this game harder, I'm going to add more bombs. So I'm going to go 3, and then tick. I'm going to duplicate it again. I'm going to go 4, and tick. Duplicate. I'm going to add 5. Oh, wrong thing. Add another bomb there. And tick. To make this easier for me, I'm just going to move the bomb down here. So that way when I duplicate... Oh, I thought... No. So I'm going to keep on going like this. I'm going to get probably up to about 20 rooms. So I'm going to... Unfortunately, this is the boring part, which is important for the game, but it's boring. So I'm just going to keep on duplicating and keep on adding bombs. Now, I don't really need to be adding it in a perfect square like what I am, but that's just what I'm doing. How many are we up to? We're up to about 8, I think. 20 might be a bit of a stretch. Starting to run out of interest. Duplicate. Another bomb. Yep. How many have I got? 12. Let's just do 16. Add a bomb there. I think 16 is going to be more than challenging for the year 9s in this class. You know, I've pretty much owned you guys when it comes to making games, so I think 16 will be more than enough. I mean, keep on duplicating. Another bomb. Let's play this game. Alright, so there's our setting our lives. Oh, keep on forgetting it's WASD. Whose idea was this anyway to use WASD? Oh. Okay, moving on. We're up to 3. And you can see the score in the top left hand corner, keeping on adding up. Yeah, we're up. We're going not too bad at this stage. $50. Haven't lost any lives yet. $60. Getting a little bit more challenging. $80. $90. Oh. 100, 110. Oh, there we go. Finally lost a life. Oh, second one. Oh no, there we go. Okay, let me exit out of that. And I'm going to save this game because it's nearly finished. There is one more thing we're going to do, which is add a collectible life. So let's choose our sprite for the life, and we're going to call this obj underscore life. Now, we're going to do all of this adding a life in the player. So add event, collision with the object life. Now this is what's going to give us a life. Now, in the score tab, we're going to add the plus. We're going to add the life here. So the red heart on the grey background is set to lives. Now to take away one, we did -1. To add one, we're just going to do 1 and tick relative. Now, to make this, because when we do this, it doesn't get rid of the life. We actually need to program that in ourselves. So we need to destroy the instance. This is in main 1. The trash can destroys the instance. Now we want to choose other, because if we do applies to self, it's going to destroy the player, and it's going to be very hard to play the game without a player. So we want to destroy the other thing, which is the life. So that way, no one can cheat and get hundreds and thousands of lives. Set the life relative to 1, destroy the instance. Now I'm going to go to every 5th room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to add a life. There's 1. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add another life in here. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a life in there. So there's 3. And you know what? I'm going to duplicate. And then we're going to add a couple more rooms. So let's go to the bomb. We'll do 1. Duplicate it. Bomb. 2. Duplicate. 3. Duplicate again. And the bomb. So, now let's test that out, because everything should be working. We've got bombs, we've got lives. Hopefully you're having a bit of a think about how you can integrate this into your game that you're going to have to make for the assessment task. Because I think it's pretty cool to have lives in your game. Okay, well, lost it. Alright, let me move on. 1. Sneak underneath. 3. Oh, that bomb came out of nowhere. 4, and there's our life. Okay, so I've got 2 lives. Oh, add 3. Only got 2 now. Cool, so there's our 3rd life. Now, as you saw, when I restart the room, the life reappears. But I'm not too stressed about that at that stage, because if you restart it, it just means that you're not going to lose a life. You know what I mean? So, if you lose a life in that room, it doesn't really matter, because you can get that life back again. Okay, and there's our... Now let me try and show you that this will keep on going, even if you have more than... So there we go, 4 lives, it just keeps on going. Geez, there's a lot of bombs here. 110. 20. You know what? This might just be my high score now. 130. 140. Oh. Oh no. Okay, I got this. 140. Oh no, don't have this. Don't have this. Oh. 160. Oh no. Alright, there's my high score there. And we're all done. Okay, that game is working really good. I'm really happy with that. So this tutorial is about adding lives. I'm going to save the game. And I'm also going to create my executable to go into my Game Maker tutorial folder. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. You've done really well to be up to this part. We're only going to have a couple more tutorials left. One about jumping, I think. And we'll do maybe one more, I'll see. But thanks, guys. Thank you for watching. See ya.